Hey everyone, it's Matt, aka Tech Ranger, and today we're going to be taking a look at Starfield. This is Bethesda's next great RPG, or that we hope is the next great Bethesda RPG, and that will be coming out at the end of this year. And it turns out there's a lot of excitement around Starfield, but there's also a lot of questions like what exactly is this game, and we're going to be leaning more towards Skyrim in space, Oblivion in space, Fallout 76 in space without the multiplayer, like what all is going to be involved in this game. So hopefully this series will answer some of those questions in videos under 10 minutes so you get the information you need without the extra fluff. If you like how I break things down here on the channel, you can subscribe, you can like the video if you enjoyed it, but either way, I appreciate you stopping here to watch this video, and let's get into what exactly is Starfield, what kind of characters are there going to be, what are we going to be doing, and what kind of factions are in the game. So one of the first teaser trailers we got about Starfield was actually talking about the world of Starfield and what kind of factions you would actually encounter. You are thrown into this universe that is 300 years in the future. It's in 2330, and then you're playing a Bethesda RPG. So as you can imagine, you're going to be thrust into this world, you're going to have to make all these choices, but you're also going to meet a lot of factions along the way.
Got the United Colonies, that represents the future Space Republic, idealized. You also have the Freestar Collective, which is the space western fantasy.
Now, the world that you're going to be joining, there was this big war between the United Colonies, Freestar Collective. So as you can imagine, after that war, there's going to be a lot of factions that rise up. Some that might side with one side, some that might go to the other side. Or as you explore the different planets and systems, you might find those that maybe don't like either one of them and just kind of want to go their own way. Or maybe want the same things as one faction or the other, but just want to go about it a different way. So you play as part of an organization called the Constellation, and your job is to figure out all of this and traverse the universe with all these factions in play.
Yeah, we always have those big fights, like, what if combat breaks out right now, right? You have to handle that, right? Because it could. You can't control it. The only thing you control is that the game has to account for it somehow.
So hearing something like that from the lead quest designer, we can expect that a lot of these factions maybe aren't going to go the way you think they might go. There's always going to be like those clear-cut choices of like, okay, these guys are sided with the United Colonies mainly. It might not go that way if you side with somebody like the Pirates.
They're not just this foe. Let the player join them. What does that mean?
In the second developer diary from Bethesda about Starfield, we actually learned a lot about choice in the game versus how you actually interact with people in the game. There's going to be this persuasion system, similar to like in Oblivion, which is very cool. It's going to be interesting to see how that works. But aside from that, something that stood out to me from the first developer diary that Bethesda released, something that Todd said, was being able to do something in a game, feel proud of it, and then asking yourself those questions of like, hey, should I have done this differently? Would I have gotten a different outcome? Whereas the meat and potatoes of the game might be a little bit different, but the actual ending is kind of always the same. So these are things that I'm really interested to see how everything plays out. If there is this kind of predetermined ending, are your choices going to be unique to your game, or is it just going to result in something that we've seen from Bethesda before? But it's really cool to see Bethesda kind of taking what they've learned from Skyrim, Fallout 76, Fallout 4, some of their modern games, and putting all of that together into one big super game, which will hopefully be Starfield. There were always these predetermined outcomes that really kind of invalidated a lot of the choice in the game. So this is kind of a fresh start for Bethesda. Fallout 4 and Skyrim are big features here on this channel. We make a lot of mod videos for those games. So hearing stuff like this is very interesting because mods kind of fill that gap of where kind of Bethesda comes up short. Hearing things like player choice and being able to choose your own path is very exciting. It gives us this idea of the world that Bethesda wants to create. All of these games under Bethesda's belt has me pretty excited to see what the future of Starfield is going to be and what we learn more about in the months leading up to Starfield's launch in November. So that's it for me. Hopefully you found this video helpful. I wanted to put something together that was pretty short, but then also explained what we've learned so far about Starfield without having you sit here for 20 minutes and explain all the things, also speculate about things that may or may not happen in the game. If you like this video, give it a like. Consider subscribing if you like these types of videos. We do a lot of Fallout 4, Skyrim mod videos, as well as other helpful, fun Xbox gaming videos. And let me know in the comments down below if you're excited for Starfield, if you want to learn more about about certain things about the game, let me know in the comments down below, and I will be sure to keep a lookout for these things when we get more information about Starfield, and we'll create another one of these videos once there is a lot more information about the game to warrant a video. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye now.